Welcome to Advanblack's YouTube channel. I'm Steve, service technician for Advanblack. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to install our brand new EdgeLine LED run, brake, and sequential turn signals on this Lower Rider ST back here. Now, the fitment information will be posted down below in the description as well as over on the website. These feature a super bright run, brake, and sequential red turn signal, and these lights can be seen from the rear and the side of the motorcycle. They're plug and play for the clamshell bags, no wiring or modifications required. These have 96 LED chips encased in a waterproof design with a tough polycarbonate lens. So like I said there, this is a super easy install, definitely something that you can do at home. So let's get the camera over here and get these installed. Inside the box, of course, you will get the two lenses. You'll get a wire harness splitter, a wire harness adapter, of course, detailed instructions front and rear with color photos. Everything will be included that you need to install these and secure the wires. You get a little bit of paperwork with it and, of course, a cool set of stickers from Advanblack. Now, these lights do have a left and a right. So it's marked right here at the bottom of the light with an R. On this one, we have an L, and that is indicated by the rider sitting on the bike. So sitting on the bike right side, sitting on the bike left side. Very first thing we want to do is remove our seat. We're going to pre-mock these up before we stick them to make sure that we have the right side. Now this one's marked right side. It's an R on the lens and an R on the back side right there. It's going to go right here on the edge of the clamshell bag, not to the inside, but to the outside and on the other side of this lip. So we're going to set this up on here. We're going to put that bottom right where that edge starts to curl under, and that's right where our wire is going to go right there. Now that we know where our lights are going to be installed on the saddlebags, the first thing we're going to do is come over here and start hooking up our wiring. Right here underneath your seat to the right side of your shock, you're going to have a gray plug and a black plug. They look identical, just two different colors. I'm going to stay on this side of the bike, hopefully, so you can see a little bit better what I'm doing here. I can tell you right now that your gray plug is going to be the left side of your bike and the black plug will be the right side of your bike. You're going to have this harness right here that's going to have a large plug on it here. It's going to be for our splitter, and this is where we're going to daisy chain into our existing lights. And these are marked left and right. Now they are marked left and right on one side, and then they have this heat shrink here, so it's hard to tell which one of these is which on the other side unless you look for the colored wire. One has an orange wire and one has a green wire. So the green wire is marked left, orange wire is marked right. So we're gonna pop up this first plug, that's our black plug. That's gonna be our right side of our bike. We're gonna pull this out of the harness. You don't have a lot of room. They don't give you a whole lot of room in here, extra wire. So this can be a little bit difficult if you got big hands. You're gonna take this right side plug, female, we're gonna plug it into the male. We're going to push it in all the way and listen for that click. Right side having the orange wire, we're going to take the orange female, we're going to plug it right into the male. Listen for that click, and you can set that black clip right back down in there. We'll get in here and pull the gray one out. I'm going to use a pair of needle nose just because it's a little bit cumbersome with big hands to get a hold of that clip. Like I said, not a lot of extra wire. We're going to push in on that clip and disconnect that gray one. We're going to come over here. We're going to grab our left side. It's going to go into the male, going to go into the female, push it in, listen for the click. Right side. We're going to come out of this, push it in, listen for the click. Now, all we did is just split those two wires. We just disconnected and then we added our T-harness into it. Now we're going to take the splitter from our pack. We're going to plug that into the large plug. Listen for the click, push in the red tab to lock it in. Now this end is open if you ever want to add anything else to it. This will not go to anything unless you have other lights that you want to add to this clip. If you want to, you can take a piece of tape and wrap around this just to keep dust and stuff out of it or water out of it. That's what I suggest you do. I use a cloth tape like this. It's for wiring. It's called Tessa tape. Now this Tessa tape, I will just wrap around this end like this. Then I will cross it over. And this is just to keep dust, water, anything out like that. We're going to just keep doing that. We're going to wrap around and then we're going to go over just to plug off that end, just like that. And that Tesla tape will hold on there really good, a lot better than electric tape will, and that'll just keep dust and anything else out of that plug. Now our lights are marked, like I said, we have a left and a right, and of course the other end of our splitter here is also marked left and right. So we'll plug in the lights that correspond with the wires, left side and right side. It's always good to do this step first so we can test out our lights before we actually install them. We've got these installed now. We've got the left and the right. We got the bike on. We're going to check the brake. Now we're going to check the right side blinker. We're going to check the left side blinker. Everything works correctly. Now we can install the lights on the saddlebags. The first thing you'd want to do is take some warm soapy water and make sure you have any dirt and debris that are on these saddlebags off. Once you get that stuff off, grab one of your alcohol pads and we're going to clean this line right here. I'm going to go ahead and do that on both sides. The alcohol pad is designed to take off any oils, waxes, anything like that, anything that's going to stop our 3M tape from sticking. We're going to go ahead and pre-mock it up one more time just so we know exactly where we're going to be sticking it. Like I said, make sure the wire is down. We're going to butt it right up against this edge and we're going to stop it right where this bag starts to curve. So it's going to stick right there. On the back side of your 3M tape, I always take my thumb and give that 3M a good scratch. It's going to help activate that glue, kind of warms it up, helps everything stick a lot better. They do sell a 3M promoter that makes this stick a lot faster and a lot better if you want to grab some of that. Like I said, you can usually find that stuff on Amazon, but just activating it with your thumb like that really helps everything to stick. I'm going to go ahead and get my wire all the way out, making sure that I'm not touching that sticky strip just to keep that wire out of the way. I'm going to just put my finger on the bottom like this and I can feel that bottom edge right there. So that's going to get me lined up with that bottom pretty good. Got it right up against the edge. We go ahead and stick that and we're going to hold that for about 20 to 30 seconds. Going to do the exact same thing to the right side. Put our finger on the bottom, feel that corner of the bag, get it butted right up to the edge, and we'll give it a press. Now we've got our saddlebag off, we've got it on a soft table. This wire right here is going to go right along this edge, right past that hinge, and then it's going to cross over to the back side. So we need to clean this area and then this area here all the way up the front of the bag. We're going to grab some of our little sticky zip tie pads. We're going to stick one right here, one about middle between your two hinges. Got one right before the hinge. So now I'm just going to go ahead and flip this one up. I'm going to start putting in my zip ties before we add that last pad. So we're going to pull this one up right on the back side of this bracket right here and go ahead and stick it right there like that. Before we lock this bag on, we'll set it up here. We'll take our wire, go between the fender and the fender strut. We'll pull it back and we'll get that plugged in. Listen for the click. Push this back into place. Go ahead and open it, lock it into place. This side is actually a little different than the other side just because of the two different size bags. We're going to go back to our harness here. We're going to poke it through just like we did before. Go right here, one here. We'll go ahead and pull these tight. Now this one we're going to stick right here on this flat surface, just like that. We'll get our zip tie ran through, pull that tight. We can go ahead and set the saddlebag. We'll push it into place. Lock it. And this one is actually coming out right here, so we can reach down and plug this one in. Now on this left side, I'll go ahead and pull this left side sticker because this wire is a little bit more visible than the other one. If you have an extra longer zip tie laying around, you can kind of pull this wire up taut and kind of keep it up here behind the saddlebag. You can pull it over and zip tie it to this wire harness that goes through the middle of your fender here, and that will kind of keep it pulled up to where it's not drooping down like this. We can just kind of put it between the strut and the fender and zip tie that off just like that. And that'll help hold that up, but you can still access the wire. And that'll also help keep your T-harness and everything on this right side of the shock just by zip tying it up here to this one. So that's it. Like I said, super easy install. If you want to get your hands on a set of these, I'll leave a link in the description down below. For the first 3 days after the release of this video, you can go through a dealer to get these lights. After that, that link will be visible and you can click it, take it straight over to the website where you can purchase them there. I hope this video helped you, and if it did, please hit that like and subscribe. It's going to help you keep up to date on all of the brand new products that are coming out from Advanblack this year. Also, you can jump over to the website and sign up for our newsletter to stay up to date on all the parts and all the new colors that are coming out. I'm going to get out of here, get myself back to work. I hope to see you in the next video, but until then, as always, be safe, keep your knees in the breeze.